I bet you never thought you'd see the day that there's a reference to a Bible verse in the title of a Felix Day video, and in the thumbnail for that matter. Now, the Bible verse in question is Joel 2, verse 25, which says, I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten. Now, there's a couple of different versions of this particular verse, depending, I guess, on which version or which translation of the Bible you read. For instance, the New Living Translation says, "The Lord says, I will give you back what you lost to the swarming locusts, the hopping locusts, the stripping locusts, and the cutting locust. It was I who sent this great destroying army against you." That is a pretty badass. But um, I will not be going into the biblical meaning, the biblical context of this verse. I'm not a theologian. I don't know the Bible very well, which shouldn't come as too much of a surprise um, to anyone. But I will offer a bit of an exploration, a bit of a deep dive of why or how this verse is applicable to where I am in my life at this moment in time. So, um, to give you a bit of background, I first heard someone quote this particular verse at my, I think it was my first or my second NA meeting, sort of towards the middle of last year. And like a lot of things that I hear, it didn't immediately strike me as being of any real importance, of any real significance. But then it sort of, it takes root and it germinates in my fucking mind, and it just sort of stuck with me. And then I guess recent developments in my life sort of tied back to um to the text. As I sort of progress on my on this journey that I'm on right now, I find myself reconnecting with people that I used to be close to in my life, and that my, I guess, just my generally despicable, deplorable behavior just ended up driving a wedge between myself and these people, be it family members or friends, or whatever the case may be. Um, I, I've come to realize that substances, obviously, it stole a lot from me, and it didn't just steal a lot from me. It stole a lot from other people close to me. Um, I've treated people absolutely horribly in my life, um, as a result of my, well, let's call it my disease. And I'm extremely privileged that with many of these people, I get another chance. I have the opportunity to make things right, and to make amends to them, and to I'm extremely blessed that I'm welcomed back into the lives of many of these people I've hurt and I've treated so deplorably in my life. Which then brings me to this Bible verse: "I will repay you for the years the locusts have eaten." So obviously, if I had to tie it back to my own life, the years the locusts have eaten would be the years, the memories, the experiences taken from us uh, by my disease. You know, unfortunately, there are those that I'll never have the opportunity to make amends with, to make things right with. My late father being being one of them. Um, yeah, you know, I, it, he's gone. He's gone. It's like I mean, he's gone in a much more, I suppose, permanent sense than for instance, my ex-wife. You know, she's still very much alive, but I mean, she's gone in the sense of she's no longer in my life, and um, well, I know that she's forgiven me for my horrible behavior, and I'm very lucky that I did get to ask for her forgiveness and make amends. You know, it's still that chapter of my life is closed, and I wasted it. I was reflecting on, by doing step one of the NA program, but I was reflecting on some of the reasons that I ultimately spiraled into to active addiction. And my thinking was always that it was a form of escapism, of trying to suppress, I guess, memories and dysphoric feelings of depression, anxiety, or not anxiety so much, but depression and grief and loss and guilt and shame. But I think a lot of it just stemmed from a sense of existential ennui, existential boredom of, hey, there must be something more. Uh, I my substance use really kicked into high gear at a time in my life where things were actually going perfectly. I was married to the love of my life. I was taking care of myself, stable financially. Things were going well, and I felt, things were going too well, and I needed to create some fucking chaos in my life, which I did, and I pissed many things away, my marriage, etc. Yeah, those were happy times, and I just couldn't accept that. I just couldn't allow things to just go smoothly for once. I had to have something different, and I thought that I'd found it in drugs, as one of the NA preambles goes. But yeah, all that I can say is I will definitely try my best to repay you for the years that the locusts have eaten. So, thank you very much for watching. Bye, guys.